Morning, 4 a.m. starting work, going up to Scotland with this load, and yeah, deliver it, reload, park up, or get somewhere. I don't know where I'm going with the reload, so may have to drive for a little bit, but today's video should be a bit shorter than yesterday. It was a bit mad yesterday, lots of deliveries and collection and whatnot, but yeah, today will be a bit short. It's just a lot of driving today, that's all. Stay tuned. The M62 onto the A1M. That'll take me north along the east, and then I'll head over onto the A66 if it's open, because that goes right over the top of the Pennines in the north, crosses over from east to west to Penrith into the M6, and then from there straight up to past Carlisle into Scotland, straight up towards Glasgow, and then I'll cut off just before Glasgow and head east again, just the way our motorway network is. We don't have a motorway going all the way up the east, so I mean there's some good roads, like, you know, it's quicker doing this way, trust me. Difference a day makes. Yesterday, freezing, literally freezing, 0 degrees Celsius. Today, at 5:55 a.m, it's 12 degrees. What's going on? I don't know. It's a bit windy. There's no sign saying the A66 is closed, which is a good sign. No sign is a good sign. Yeah, that makes sense. I know what I mean. Yeah, we're just going to turn off in about 4.5 miles. Turning off and heading over to the west, then heading north, and then heading east again in this higgledy-piggledy way, but trust me, this is the quickest way. Anyway, catch you in a bit. And finally, the M6 end of the A66. A little touch hair raising going over them there mountains. A bit windy in places. Once you got to the west side of it, it calmed down. We're going to head north towards Carlisle, and it's just one straight road up towards Glasgow, even though it just changed numbers, but it's still the same road. You don't turn off anymore. But I am having a break in Carlisle truck stop because I need the toilet. I want a cup of tea because I didn't have one this morning. Tea makes everything better. Prick, that was on red. The fella just went through on the red light. Yeah, so that's my plan. About half an hour I'll be having a break, which would be great. on the road again after my break. I meant to film him. I'm in Scotland now. I meant to film a little bit earlier, but one of my former workmates, a friend of mine, he called me up. He's a bit away with the fairies, like so. He's 40 odd, but he's like 5 in the head. He's funny as hell. But yeah, he's just phoned me up. Yeah, so we're in Bonnie, Scotland, right by Lockerbie, where the Pan Am jet got blew up in 1989 or 88, was it? Yeah. There's the sign coming up on the left. Lockerbie, Dumfries. Coming up. See it? There we are. Lockerbie. Aye, so another, what have we got? Another hour and a half. I'll be at delivery point. Ready to turn off the M74, sorry, to head on the link road towards the M8, which will take me to Bathgate. I'm about half an hour away now from the delivery point. Now there's some funny weird junctions. There's a junction here, and then there's a service station, and then there's the junction I need, all close together, all within a mile and a quarter. Tend to get people jumping in. No one's jumped in there. I'm quite surprised, thinking they have right of way because they are on a slip road. You don't. You give way to traffic coming from your right in this country. So they're on my left. Don't give way. They give way. They've got to line, so you can give way. But the amount of car drivers that just think, yeah, you can just barge straight in on the motorway. It's their divine, God-given right to just jump in on the traffic. Or expect you to move over, which you don't have to do, but I do out of courtesy when I can, when there's nothing next to me, which is highly important because car drivers seem to think you can move over. They can see through the truck and see there's nothing there when they can't. The amount of names you get called, hand gestures, people hanging out of the window once they've overtaken you because I did not stop on the motorway. You're not meant to stop on a motorway unless it's an emergency. It's your duty to speed up or slow down to slot in with the traffic already on it. Now here's my junction, and this is another funny, well, it's not a funny roundabout, it's quite clearly signposted, like that guy yesterday near Manchester. He was too busy eating a sausage roll and decided he wanted the right hand lane, then he wanted the left hand lane, and only to find out he was right to begin with. So I'm turning right here at this roundabout, so I'm staying in the right hand lane, and you watch on the floor for A725N, which means north, or Bells, for Bells Hill, which funnily enough is where my planners are based. Just wait for the lights. I mightn't get through these lights, they're quite, don't let a lot through, to be honest with you. There you go. Go, 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 go! Oh yeah, while I remember, I want to shout out to Matt's dad, who's an old school trucker. Matt's been telling me, he used to do a lot of driving back in the day. Then he had some really heavy clutches to deal with back then. I drove a few old trucks back in the day. You're literally standing up at traffic lights, pressing the clutch pedal down, and then only having to, when you change gear, you had to press the clutch pedal twice, what's known as double declutching. Yeah, that was some hard work. I passed me testing one of them when I was in my 20s. It wasn't any fun. It's a bit easier now, Matt's dad. I just don't know your name, he didn't say. All automatic. Well, most trucks are automatic in this country, or in the whole of Europe, to be honest with you. all automatic. You can stand up in the cabs now. That's another thing. You never used to be able to stand up inside the bloody lorry cab. Well, you could if you were bent over. Yeah, I remember standing up on one. I'm only 5'7", and I couldn't stand up in the old ones. The nearest I got was an MAN. I could half stand up in with the sunroof open. But others, yeah, used to have the engine in the middle, in between the passenger seat and the driver's seat, sticking up like a big lump. You have to clamber over to get dressed and undressed in the passenger footwell. You still couldn't stand up on that. Now they're pretty much flat floored, or the floor on this raises what, 3 inches outside of the driver's well and the passenger well, but you can still stand up in the middle. So it's all good. So just heading up this mighty hill, and then I'll turn onto the M8. I'll catch you when I'm near the delivery. So just let me explain where I'm going. It's what's known as the Central Belt in Scotland, where most of the population live. It's as it suggests, it's in the centre of Scotland. You've got Glasgow on the west coast, well, near enough on the west coast. You've got Edinburgh on the east coast, and Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland, but Glasgow is the largest city. I think it's the fourth largest in the UK. Glasgow. Yeah, you got London, Birmingham, Manchester, Glasgow, Liverpool, Leeds. Yeah, I think it's something like that. But yeah, come round here. Yeah, so they built this. I think there's 50 miles between the two cities. So that's like coast to coast, really. Well, you have to go a bit further west than Glasgow to reach the coast. Glasgow's practically on the coast. Yeah, so they just built this motorway in the last few years. It used to be an A road, which is a national road. They used to have roundabouts and traffic lights and stuff on it. But they decided to upgrade it all to motorway, and they made most of it 2 lanes each way. Great. Why not make it 3? You know, it's in between Scotland's 2 biggest cities, 2 most important cities. Could have made it 3 lanes, but no. You get something slow moving, the whole motorway goes down to a crawl. This during rush hour is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I'm going to take this slow for a bit. Now you want to move over. Right. You want to move over again now because he's a bit stupid. Never mind. Another 17 miles. And we're here. Ish. Well, this is a pain in the arse, this. You have to unload yourself at this. It's a supermarket, if you haven't already said. It's a supermarket chain, a German-owned supermarket chain, and a cheap one. But it's good food. Aldi, it's called, and we also have one called Lidl. And why they're so cheap is because they don't have warehouse staff to unload trucks. The truck driver unloads the goods themselves, albeit it's on pallets. So what you do is I'll book in, they'll tell me what bay to go on or tell me to wait, and then shut up. Then yeah, they allocate me a bay. I go on a bay, and then I put the ramp down and yeah, drag all my pallets off and put them in a lane behind the truck in the loading area in the bay inside the depot with an electric pump truck, so there's no manually jacking it up and stuff, and it's motorised. So, but you do walk with it. Now, as you know, I was off earlier this year, so I had to get. This is the first time I'm having to do this because I didn't do it. I told my bosses I'm not unloading because I'm feeling better. I said, that was just my fridge closing. I said I'll give this a go, see how I go. But if I feel any twinges or anything, that's it. I'm done. I'm not going. I'm not doing it. Yeah, you can slow down, you fucking idiot, yeah. That's all the blades from Amazon depot right behind this. Right, I'll see you on the other side. So I got unloaded in Aldi, no problems. I had to return 8 pallets back to our depot in Bells Hill, which I went back on myself for 20 minutes. Now I've got to go to the Scottish borders, a town called Jedburgh, and then after that another town called Hawick, which is spelled Hawick, spelled Hawick but pronounced Hawick, to load for Northallerton in Yorkshire tomorrow. So I'll film a bit of footage driving down here because it is a nice drive. It's in the middle of the country, so it's really nice. Edinburgh. Just got to travel most of the way around Edinburgh on the city bypass and then head south on the A68 to Jedburgh. This is a nice town. Well, this city bypass should be called Idiot Highway. Plenty of idiots driving on this bloody road, as with everywhere else in bloody UK, but here it's one of the hot spots for idiots. You tend to get an idiot, like say where this van is, wants to go off over to the left, which is a totally different road. Not saying that that van does, but he's not. Oh, no one's doing it. Make a show of me. Never mind. Yeah, so let's head on this for about 10 minutes and then head south. So here, old bollocks here in the white car in front tried overtaking him, and then he sped up to not let me overtake, which is an absolute twat. Do it again now, because this grey car is going to speed up. Here we go. Yeah, that's it. Stay there, you fucking idiot. For those that don't know, all trucks in the UK and Europe are limited to 56 miles per hour. There is nothing I can do about it. My foot is flat to the floor. Nothing you can do about it. Coast downhill, yeah. But then the speed limit in the UK for a truck is 60 miles per hour. It's a European thing. It's 90 kilometers per hour, which is 56 miles per hour. And that's why we're all limited to it, thanks to the EU and their marvellous ways. But legally, I can do 60. Thank you. About bloody time. But if I do 60, it comes up with an overspeed on my tachograph, which you shouldn't be doing. Well, I'm doing 60 now. Let's slow down before it starts beeping. Bloody idiots. Idiots, idiots, idiots. This is what you've got to live with. If you want a life on the road. Idiots. You know what? Bring back lockdown. Lockdown was brilliant. No idiots on the road, and it's gone worse since lockdown ended months ago. Because no one was used to driving. Everyone had been stuck at home, so they all thought they could. No one's car sharing like they were before, and so they just drive like idiots. They're right, everybody else is wrong. That's the attitude everybody's got. Just come to a roundabout now, and then I'll turn off after this roundabout. Speed up then. Fucking idiot, yeah. Here on the left, that's where I film my the tour of my cab. Not lay by. Just off to point it out. Almost there. This is Jedburgh, or Jedburgh, or however you say it. Jedburgh. How I'd say it. Probably wrong. I think the locals call it Jedburgh as well, so I know. Anyway, I'm waffling because I am fucking tired today. So far I have done 367.5 miles today. It's quite a bit. If you consider the UK, from the furthest northerly tip to the furthest southerly tip is less than 900 miles. It's a fair old bit for this country. By the time I've finished, I should be over 400 miles easy. So I've got to go back on myself. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, there's a car parked. This is what happens when people park in the middle of the taxi. Taxi wants to take off and no one's letting him go. Just let him go and then everybody else can go then, you know. What's wrong with these people? No, I'm not letting him go. That means everybody else will have to wait. That's the mentality of bloody car drivers over here. Idiots. Anyway, I'm nearly here. This is us. Right, catch you in a bit. So, finally got loaded. After what, an hour and a half? Well, there wasn't even a big queue there, but, you know, such is life. 10 to 5 now. Let's bear in mind I started at 4 AM. A little bit tired. A lot of driving today, wasn't there, so it's alright. I've got a nice big sleep today. Or tonight, sorry, because the place I'm going to is only about 2 hours away from where I'm going to park up tonight. So it doesn't open till 11 o'clock, so I'm going to have a nice lie in. The only bad thing is, it's not a truck stop, it's a lay-by. It's a little cut-in the road. Like a rest area on a road. It's peaceful, it's quiet, because it's a quiet road, but no facilities. So what I do in that situation is see if I need a number 2 before I leave this place and get a load of that in Hawick. If not, I'll be alright till the morning. Having a wash is fine. I've got a wash bowl here, I've got a kettle, I've got plenty of water. I'll boil some water, add some cold to it. I've got shower gel. I'll stand at the passenger door and get a full wash with my shorts on. It'll be cold, it'll be cold outside, but I'll be clean and not sweaty, which is the main thing. We've all done it. All lorry drivers have done it. This is what you've got to do. Sometimes it's either that or you go to bed like a tramp. Partly why the job's called tramping. You're living like a tramp, or it's an abbreviation of truck and camping. Who knows? Either or. But yeah, that's my plan. So I'll make the last video for today when I park up. Cheery bye. Well, that's me loaded now, ready for tomorrow. This road's a bit narrowish, but a bit twisty. But you know, there's not a lot of traffic on it, so at least you can use your main beam lights instead of just using your dip headlights this time of night, because it is pitch black. It's on my way to park up. I'll join you again when I park up. So the day is coming to an end. 20 past 6 at night. Start at 4 AM, 20 past 6 at night. These are the kind of hours you have to expect. I'm not moaning, it's my job. I'm not home till Friday, so I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. But if I had to do these sorts of hours where I went home every day, I wouldn't be best pleased. That's why I always say this way, tramping is the only way to do this job, really. It's my little parking spot. I often park here. It's great, and you know what? It's got a butty van. So in the morning, I reckon I'm gonna have a bacon, egg, and black pudding with brown sauce, bam. A bam is a bun. It's called other things in other parts of the country. Some people call it a roll, but I think a roll is like a hot dog bun, because you can roll that, because it's the shape of it. This is a bam, like a bam cake. It's called a bam in the northwest of England, anyway. But you ask for a bam, people know what you mean. Just pull a face at it, and there's the butty van. I am gonna hit up in the morning. Got my name written all over it. My name is a la carte. And that is me. Good night, and God bless, folks. I'm gonna have a momentous 13 hours off now. I'm going to watch lots of YouTube, lots of Deadbug. Give him a shout. Best crime channel on YouTube. See you later.